Ever wondered if frequent DC fast charging could shorten the life of your electric vehicle's battery? Well, you're not alone. This question has been buzzing around the electric vehicle community for quite some time now. Let's start by understanding what DC fast charging actually is. In the simplest terms, it's a method of charging that uses direct current or DC power to recharge your electric vehicle's battery. It's like the superhero of charging methods, swooping in to save the day when you're pressed for time. With DC fast charging, you can get your vehicle's battery from 0 to 80% in as little as 20 to 30 minutes. Sounds impressive, right? However, as with everything that seems too good to be true, there's a catch. Some EV owners express concerns that this high-speed charging could potentially damage their batteries over time. It's like a modern-day version of the fable, the tortoise and the hare. Is it better to charge your batteries slowly and steadily, or is a quick sprint to the finish line just as good? Now, we need to consider the fact that an electric vehicle's battery isn't just any ordinary battery. It's a complex piece of technology designed to withstand a lot of use and abuse. But does this resilience extend to frequent fast charging? And if not, what could be the potential impacts? These are the questions that have sparked heated debates among EV owners and experts alike. Some argue that frequent fast charging can lead to a phenomenon known as battery degradation, where the battery's capacity to hold a charge decreases over time. Others, however, insist that modern-day electric vehicle batteries are designed to handle the stress of fast charging without any significant damage. So who's right? And more importantly, what does this mean for you as an EV owner? Let's delve into the research to find out if this concern is valid. First, let's understand what happens when we charge an EV battery. Essentially, we're pumping in electrical energy that's then stored in a chemical form. This process involves ions moving from one side of the battery to the other. And this movement is what generates the electric charge. Now, when it comes to slow versus fast charging, the primary difference lies in the speed of the ion movement. Slow charging gently nudges the ions, while fast charging is like a full-on sprint. This sprint, while efficient, does generate more heat, and heat is the nemesis of battery health. Over time, frequent fast charging can lead to greater wear and tear on the battery. It's like asking a marathoner to sprint all the time. It's doable, but it's certainly not sustainable in the long run. Now that we have the basics down, let's look at what the research says. Research on this topic has been extensive, and the findings might surprise you. Diving into the world of science, we find that a multitude of studies have been conducted to explore the impact of DC fast charging on the longevity of electric vehicle batteries. The results? Well, they're a bit of a mixed bag. For instance, one study found that DC fast charging does lead to a more rapid decrease in battery capacity over time compared to standard charging. This is primarily due to the high current involved in fast charging, which can cause more stress on the battery. But wait, there's more to the story. The effects of fast charging are not uniform across all conditions. Factors such as temperature and the state of charge at the time of fast charging can significantly influence the impact on the battery's lifespan. Let's talk about temperature first. You see, high temperatures can accelerate the degradation process. So if you're frequently fast charging on hot days, your battery may degrade faster. On the other hand, charging in cooler conditions can help mitigate this effect. Now, onto the state of charge. Charging your battery from a low state of charge using DC fast charging can also accelerate degradation. However, if you're topping up from a high state of charge, the impact is less severe. But here's the kicker. While these studies provide valuable insights, they don't paint a complete picture. Every battery, every car, and every driver is unique. The actual impact of DC fast charging on your EV's battery can vary based on these individual factors. So, what's the bottom line? Fast charging is a bit like a double-edged sword. It offers the convenience of quickly topping up your battery, but it can also lead to faster degradation under certain conditions. So, frequent DC fast charging can indeed affect your EV battery, but it's not the only factor. While fast charging can have an impact, other factors also play a significant role. In the world of electric vehicles, there's a lot more to battery health than just how you charge. Let's start with temperature, a factor that can often be overlooked. Extreme temperatures, both hot and cold, can have a negative effect on your battery's lifespan. In the sweltering heat, batteries can overheat, causing damage over time. On the flip side, in the biting cold, batteries can lose efficiency, leading to reduced range and performance. So where you live and how you store your car can significantly affect your battery's health. Then there's the state of charge. Constantly charging your battery to full or draining it to empty can strain the battery and shorten its lifespan. It's a bit like Goldilocks and her porridge. You don't want it too hot or too cold, but just right. Most experts recommend keeping your battery's state of charge between 20 and 80% for optimal longevity. Lastly, we have usage patterns. If you're the kind of driver who likes to floor the accelerator at every green light, or if you frequently carry heavy loads, you might find your battery degrading faster. High-speed driving and heavy loads increase the demand on the battery, causing it to heat up and potentially degrade faster. But here's the good news. Proper management of these factors can prolong your battery's life. By being mindful of your charging habits, driving style, and the conditions in which you store and use your vehicle, you can help ensure that your EV battery stays healthy for as long as possible. So yes, fast charging can affect your battery's lifespan, but it's far from the only factor at play. The way you use and maintain your EV can significantly affect its battery life, not just the charging method. Remember, it's not just about how quickly you can go from zero to full, but how you get there and how you keep going afterwards. So how can you prolong the life of your EV's battery? That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Well, fear not, because we've got some handy tips and best practices to help you maximize your battery's longevity. Firstly, try to avoid extreme temperatures. Just like us humans, batteries prefer a Goldilocks kind of environment. Not too hot, not too cold, but just right. Extreme temperatures can stress your battery, and over time, this can lead to a reduction in its overall lifespan. So if possible, park your EV in a garage or in the shade in summer and consider preheating it while still plugged in during winter. Secondly, avoid keeping your battery at 100% state of charge for extended periods. It's like constantly having your stomach full to the brim with food. It's not very comfortable, is it? The same goes for your EV's battery. Keeping it at a full state of charge for too long can cause stress and accelerate battery degradation. Aim for about 80% charge for regular use, and only charge to 100% when you're planning a long trip. Now let's talk about fast charging. It's convenient, no doubt about that, but using it too frequently can shorten your battery's lifespan. Fast charging generates more heat, which can lead to increased wear and tear. So use it sparingly and rely more on slow charging for your regular top-ups. Lastly, keep an eye on your driving habits. Hard acceleration and high speeds can drain your battery faster and put additional stress on it. So, drive smoothly, keep your speed in check, and your battery will thank you for it. With these tips, you can keep your battery healthy and get the most out of your EV. It's all about being mindful and treating your battery with care. After all, it's the heart of your electric vehicle, and a healthy heart leads to a long, happy journey. Let's make the most of our green journey, shall we? As we've seen, DC fast charging does have an impact on your EV's battery life, but it's not the only factor. It's a complex equation where frequent fast charging can accelerate degradation, yet it's not a standalone villain. Other factors like temperature, battery management systems, and the overall usage also play a significant role in your battery's health. We dove into research that showed varying results, indicating that while fast charging can affect battery life, it isn't as detrimental as once thought. It's all about balance and understanding your vehicle's needs. And we've shared some tips to prolong your EV battery life. From moderate use of fast charging, keeping your battery between 20 and 80%, to parking in shaded areas during hot weather. Remember, the key to a long-lasting EV battery is understanding how to use and maintain it properly. So don't shy away from fast charging, but use it wisely.